You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Perfect.
Oh, you already know what time it is. We had ourselves a battle royal last night that was better than anybody thought it would be. We got Matt Riddle heat with Seth freaking Rollins. And we got Monday Night Raw. Yikes. But first, we have my socials. Follow me. RJD. RJD_199 on Instagram. RJ699 on Twitter. RJD199 on Snapchat. But most importantly, follow What the Wrestling on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. Follow What the Wrestling on Spodify and Anchor as well. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go! Yes, yes, yes. 'Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling. This is the show that brings you all things wrestling. And I am here with the cat who is looking at the wall. I have no idea what this cat's looking at.
You stupid.
But it's all good. He's coming to join us today. Hope everybody is good and staying nice and cool on this 93-degree day at 6:30. It was about 100 today. It's going to be about 100 the next couple of days. So please, if you have an AC, use it. If you have water, drink it. And if you have eyes, watch me at What the Wrestling. Yeah. Like how I did that, right? Like I did that. I know. It's all good. It's all good. Hopefully everybody's having a good day today. Man, we had an NXT last night that, not gonna lie, the Battle Royal was good. It was good. I had very low expectations. I did not know what to expect. And I was pleasantly surprised at this Battle Royal. I am happy. I am happy that I watched this episode of NXT. NXT 2.0, listen. I'm not gonna say it's my favorite show, but what I will say is that last night was pretty solid, and I'm happy with it. I can't lie. I'm happy with it. So let us talk about it. We started off with Cameron Grimes and the former Jordan Devlin, JD McDonough. And as always, you know, JD, great worker. Cameron Grimes, great worker. I mean, was there ever any doubt? We had a good match. This was a good match. This was solid. I like both these guys. I know JD from NXT UK. He had a great match with Finn Balor a couple of years ago. He's been over there. I believe he's been a champion, if I'm not mistaken. He had an excellent ladder match too in the black and gold days. Who was that ladder match against? I cannot remember. But it was an excellent ladder match. And these two did their thing. They went out there. They had a nice, methodical match. JD worked over a body part, the leg. Cameron Grimes had a good spot where he got caught in the leg. And he got caught, not caught in the leg.
You stupid.
He got caught in the ring ropes and he got kicked in his leg repeatedly. But Cameron Grimes ends up taking the loss here, and they are doing this story where Cameron Grimes is falling deeper and deeper and deeper into the dark side because he just keeps losing. So
emotional damage.
He had some emotional damage last night, and as you can see, the cat likes Mr. Cameron Grimes. Oh, now the cat is faded away from the camera. He's like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. But this was great. Steady pace match. Grimes kept trying to hit the cave in, but he missed it. Got his body part worked over. In the middle of the match, we had Mr. Dark and Creepy guy, Joey Gacy, showed up to watch. You know, he does this right here. And it's like,
nope.
Just like that movie that comes out this weekend. Nope. Anybody who's looking at me like this with the Mr. Burns hands, I'm good, bro. Stay away from me. But he looked on, and this later on played into the story after the match. Cameron Grimes said, I lost the NXT Championship. I lost to Cameron Grimes. I lost to the NXT Championship match. I just keep losing. Not now. I'm tired of this. I said not now. And he left. And like I said, we got some
emotional damage.
And he just looked like a brother who needed some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
And he left the building. And he's a little upset. So we'll see what happens. Joey Gacy was back there again with the Mr. Burns hands, with the smile. And I'm just sitting there like he's a creep. But they are obviously playing this into a story. I look forward to seeing where they go from here. Then we had Cora Jade explaining herself. And they showed a video package of her betrayal. She came out to a chorus of boos talking about how, listen, that was supposed to be my best friend, right? We won the tag team champs. And then she goes ahead and tells Roxanne Perez, not Roxy anymore. She goes and says, I'm going to go cash in my contract match. And I'm going to go win the NXT Women's Championship. And you know what? That's not fair. So you know what? I had to put a stop to it. And this was a solid promo. And she turns and throws her NXT Tag Team Women's Championship in the garbage. She was basically like,
get the fuck out of here!
Threw it in the trash. And listen, I'm looking forward to Roxanne Perez coming back. And the tag titles are probably dead in the water, which is a good thing. They don't have enough teams for that. So get rid of those shits. Let the women have tag team matches, but excuse me, what they should have did, like I said, have NXT go to Raw and SmackDown and travel and fight other teams in Raw and SmackDown. Because if you combine the NXT teams with the Raw teams and the SmackDown teams and have them fighting across all brands, that would have been awesome. Create some dope stories behind it. But listen, I like this. Get rid of those shits. Cora Jade fits into the heel role pretty nicely, not gonna lie. She plays that mean girl very good. And it's just a testament of like women can switch that shit up on you real quick. Like they could be all nice to you and smile, and then next thing you know, they could be a complete bitch. Now, this is great. Love Cora Jade in the heel role. I think they've unlocked something.
You've activated my trap card.
I like it. Not gonna lie. I like it. So the crowd was booing the holy hell out of her, and that was that. We then had Zion Quinn praise Cora Jade, and then he challenged Apollo next week for a match. Look out for that next week. Then we had Roderick Strong versus Damon Kemp. They had themselves a nice solid match. The Backbreaker Messiah, him and Mr. Kemp saw their Creed brothers getting their asses kicked backstage by Tony D, and he basically took that chance to kick Kemp in the face, win the match, and he's like, after the match, he's like, come on, man, come on, what are you waiting for, let's go. So he cares more about winning than he cares about Diamond Mine, apparently. And like I said, Tony D'Angelo made a statement to the Creed brothers, and I really like this because it's like, as soon as everybody went backstage, he's like, they're getting beat up. What the hell took you so long? so he's like, wait, what? So that was funny. But after that, Tony D and the family got challenged to an 8-man tag, and the Don happily accepted. So this was all good. Good stuff here. We had Nikita Lyons, Tiffany Stratton, Indy Hartwell all talking about how they're going to win the Battle Royal later on in the evening. And as you all know, WWE logic, if you get a video package, they ain't winning. So,
Nope.
It's all good. We had an NXT UK tag title. We had Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. These names, wait, hold on. Hold on. These names at NXT suck, man. Whoever's choosing these names, come on, man. We got to do better. We got to do better. Josh Briggs, Brooks Jensen versus Pretty Deadly. And what do you know? Briggs and Jensen get the win. I like their finish. It's kind of like a high-low. So this was a fun match. Pretty Deadly. I'm starting to like them, and you know what? I like Brooks and Jensen because they have some power moves, and everything they do is like they're slamming the shit out of everybody. They got explosive moves. I like their tag team stuff. Brooks and Jensen, NXT UK champs. That's a plus. Good job. Before the match, Pretty Deadly made fun of the champions with cowboy hats. Briggs and Jensen got hypes. They hyped themselves up with Henley. It was cool. Loved it. Briggs and Jensen are not the ideal representatives for the UK, being that they're cowboys and shit. While the crowd is out there chanting USA, it's like they are the UK champs. But that's what you do. You make them the UK champs because they're from the USA. Get it? Cool. Moving on. So Joey Gacy turned the Grizzled Young Vets into James Drake and Jagger Reed. What? Listen, the Grizzled Young Vets were fine as the Grizzled Young Vets. And I know they're a very solid tag team in USA. USA.
You stupid.
And NXT. See, I'm thinking about the goddamn USA chant. But James Drake. What are we playing? Uncharted? What is this? Jagger Reed. Zach Gibson. I don't know about these names, man. So those are the dyads. The Grizzly Young Vets have been transformed.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Into dyads. They've been transformed into these freaking guys following Joey Gacy around. I don't know about this. This, I don't know. But anyway, next we had Braun Breaker. JD McDonough threatens to rip off Braun Breaker's shoulder. So apparently this guy is good at beating up body parts and singling out body parts. And Braun Breaker is going to have this running storyline where his shoulder's effed up. So I'm all for it. Nothing wrong here. Braun Breaker came to the ring, asked JD to come out. He didn't want to come out. Instead, the Irish Ace stood back, had a mannequin, drew a diagram on the mannequin talking about, there are 8 different muscles in the shoulder, and you need every one of them, and I'm going to tear you apart. So this was funny. Good stuff here. I like Braun Breaker as the champ. I think he needs something to sink his teeth into. JD is great in the ring, and they'll be able to work well together, I believe. So I'm all for it. We also had a video package of Von Wagner beating down Solo Sikoa outside the Amway Center. So that happened. Okay, cool. Then we had Axiom versus Dante Chen. Axiom gets the win with a literally running super kick to the face. That move looked cool.
Respect my authority!
That's all. So Axiom came out with a little blur effect. His little like shook up the camera. That was cool. Wesley warned Grayson Waller and Mr. Trick that he's gonna beat both of them. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams talked about what's gonna happen in their future in the barbershop segment. That happened. Giovanni Vici tried to leave, but the Chase U bus got in his way. So look out for that match coming soon. And then we had a 20-woman battle royal. This was very good. The last person to be entered into the women's battle royal was Zoey Stark.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That was awesome because I did not expect her back. I did not think she was coming back. I know it's been a while, so I know there will be no Io Shirai because Io said, "I don't like you, but I don't like you even more." Shout out to Io, man. Io is probably on her way out. Hopefully she goes and does whatever she wants to do. But this match was good.
Respect my authority!
And Zoey Stark ends up getting the win. The last 4 or 5 minutes of this match, the closing stretches, was fantastic. We had Nikita Lyons and Stratton were out there. Stratton eliminated. No, she didn't eliminate Lyons. Oh man, it messed me up. Who's Stratton? It was Stratton, Nikita Lyons, Zoey Stark, and Cora Jade. Cora Jade somehow found her way out. Stratton, I think, got knocked out by Nikita. Then I think Zoey Stark knocked out Stratton. No, I'm looking stupid here.
You stupid.
Nikita got knocked out by Stratton. Zoey Stark then knocked out Stratton. She thought she had won. Cora Jade then came in out of the crowd because she had got knocked out earlier, but not over the top rope. She was on the top rope celebrating. Yay, I won. And then Cora Jade snuck in, and then she came, and then she, whoop, see you later, and threw her over. That was awesome because then Zoey Stark was the unanimous winner. And I'm not going to lie, I would have Zoey Stark beat Mandy Rose because Zoey Stark is a good worker. She could work with damn near anyone. I know they like Mandy Rose, and she's hot and she looks good in her clothes and strong and sexy and all that, but Zoey Stark can wrestle and she can have a good match with damn near any of those girls on NXT. So Abba Fire and Last Legend eliminated each other. She tried to powerbomb her, but she had her legs over her and threw her over. That was cool. Wendy Chu landed on the pillow and saved herself. Katana Chance and Kate Carter, they worked together and they eliminated multiple women, but now got them in a position for Lions to eliminate both of them because one went over and then the other one went over, and then Lions ended up knocking both of them out. So that was pretty cool. This was a good battle royal, okay? I'm not going to sit here and cap. All right? No cap.
Stop the cap.
This was a good battle royal. I am 100% okay with this. As long as they keep putting on shows like this, we got ourselves something, boys. We got ourselves something, boys and girls. So let's move on to Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. So let's talk about the Raw Women's Championship. I'm just going to run down what happened quickly. Monday Night Raw was not a good show. No, not at all. But we had Bianca Belair beating Carmella. And she won with the KOD. The match began immediately after the attack with the stipulation that Carmella could win the title by countout. Nobody in the crowd believed that she could win, but Bianca almost got counted out, and they kind of gasped at that. But in the end, Bianca won. And that was all she wrote with that, as the cat begins to lick himself. Okay, great. He doesn't like this either. Seth Rollins attacked Riddle after Riddle was a guest on the KO show. KO said, listen, we should be tag team. He's like, no, my tag team partner is Randy. He said, yo, you tag with Randy Orton, who literally backstabs everybody. And then he's like, no, I don't want to be a tag team partner.
Nope.
Then he said,
Get the fuck out of here!
and then what happened next is Seth Rollins came and stomped him in the face. And more on them a little later. Then we had Damien Priest versus Ray Masterio. And Damien Priest wins. But before the match, Judgment Day said that Dominic would join their group before the end of the night. They threatened Ray with a concerto. After the match, Dominic agreed to join them to save his father, but Finn Balor and Priest said it doesn't work that way, and then he whacked Dominic with the chair. Seth Rollins had an awesome match with Ezekiel, probably one of Ezekiel's best matches, and he won with the stomp. Angelo Dawkins beat Omos by DQ when MVP tripped Dawkins from the outside of the ring. Adam Pearce then restarted the match as a tag team match. No surprise there.
Nope.
This is WWE we're talking about. And then after they restarted the match, the Street Profits versus Omos. The Street Profits then beat Omos and MVP by DQ after interference by the Usos. After the match, the Usos helped Omos hit both Street Profits with choke slams. This segment sucked, and let me tell you why. Because we got a lame finish, and then we got another lame finish, and then we had a video package, then we had the Usos come out there, then we had another video package, then we had something else happen, then we had a backstage segment, then we had the two lame finishes. It's like, what are we doing here? I'm not feeling this. Too much going on, not enough wrestling. So they need to get a handle on these video packages and the entrances and figure out the order in which they want to do it, because right now it ain't looking too good. It sucks. They need to figure this shit out. SmackDown has this problem. 15 minutes of wrestling 2 weeks ago, trash, basura, garbage. So they need to figure this shit out and actually have some wrestling on the show. These lame finishes, not a good look. Sucks.
Give me a hell yeah!
Hell no. Trash. AJ Styles defeated Theory after Ziggler attacked Theory on the outside, but he beat Theory by countout. They were actually having a decent match, but the countout, because of the super kick, sucked. That's another lame finish. So,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
Basura. Then we had Asuka, Dana Brooke, and Alexa Bliss beat Nikki Ash, Tamina, and Doudrop via submission. But no, what happened? Let me tell you the real story. The real story is,
Surprise, motherfucker.
these people all fought for the 24/7 title. Why is Asuka and Alexa Bliss fighting for this bullshit title?
Get the fuck out of here!
First, Dana Brooke pinned somebody. Then Alexa Bliss pinned somebody. Then Nikki ASH pinned somebody. Then Tamina pinned somebody. Then Doudrop pinned somebody. Then Dana Brooke pinned somebody. And Dana Brooke ended up with it. And then the last two in the ring, I believe, were Asuka and I want to say Nikki ASH. And then she got tapped out. This sucked. This sucked.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Come on, man. And then the main event, The Miz accepted Logan Paul's challenge at SummerSlam. The Miz first, he declined, but then Paul accused The Miz of having tiny balls, because that's what everybody wanted. Everybody wanted to hear the one line that was going to get over, and it was tiny balls. After that, The Miz tried to jump him. He got up out of there. Ciampa jumped him a little bit. He beat up on Ciampa. He got up out of there. And then The Miz says, I accept, and I'm The Miz, and I'm awesome.
Stupid. Stupid.
Anyway, that was Monday Night Raw. Not a good show by any means at all. So it sucks. But let's talk about Matt Riddle before we get the hell out of here. So Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins don't like each other. So Matt Riddle opens up on his real life heat with Seth Rollins. And I quote, Matt Riddle, I'll be honest, I met Seth a couple of times and he's met me and I don't think will ever be friends. He starts laughing. I don't think we like one another. We're just two different people. Although we love wrestling, I know my significant other said something about Becky that they didn't like, and I also did not agree with. So right there, that tells you something. Wrong button. Seth didn't like me after that, and I don't think Becky likes me or my wife either, which is understandable. It's what it is, So, after Survivor Series, I tried to talk to Seth beforehand, but he kind of avoided me, and he did bow out early. In the match. I don't know if he did that because he didn't want to work with me or whatever, because there was 3 other guys in the match. We could have done something. He was in there with Sheamus. He could have done a spot with him. So what happened is, let me break this down. So what happened is Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle's wife said something a couple of years ago about the Divas and how they were skinny fat. I'm paraphrasing, but basically she said the Divas were skinny fat and they make all that money and they should work on their bodies. And one of the Divas he said something about was Becky Lynch. She's not a diva, but
Nope.
I digress. This is what was said. So after that, that is what he's talking about when, oh, actually, I have it right here. So calling out multiple main roster divas over the past couple of weeks for being straight, skinny, jiggly, fat. Not saying they aren't beautiful, just saying squat in capital letters. It's funny because there have been multiple female wrestlers that have asked to train with me. Each one of them look great in their gear. Clearly they know what they're doing, especially if they want to train with yours truly. Laughing emoji. All females freaking squat and go hard. I do not have many photos of my rear end in minimal clothing besides these two. Here is a comparison of me not caring what I look like, just trying to be a strong, decent Olympic lifter, and a mom of 3 versus 2 females getting paid a ton of money for how they look. Rant over. So after that, Becky wasn't feeling him or his wife, and he tried to get at him and they weren't really talking, but it got to the point, Matt Riddle said, where he apologized for his wife's rant and he apologized to Becky, I believe. So they're not cool, but they at least were cool they're at least cool enough to work together. So that's what happened with that. And even I watched the Up Down Down episode recently, and even on there, it's like they're cordial. They're not gonna go get a beer with each other, but at least they're cordial with each other. And listen, you ain't gotta be best friends with everybody, but as long as you keep it professional, keep it cool, keep it smooth, keep it cordial. Don't hurt your fellow brother in the ring or your fellow lady in the ring. Don't hurt nobody. Make sure everybody gets home safe to their families. It's all good, man. And everybody's not going to be best friends. That's not real life. So with that being said, this is your NXT / Monday Night Raw review. We got Dynamite in an hour. I'm posting this video right now. I got news on Kenny Omega tomorrow. And we got the Dynamite review tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Looks like it's going to be one hell of a night tonight for Dynamite. So I implore you all, be safe. Enjoy. I will holla at y'all. Check out the socials one more time. I am out. Peace.